Alright team, today we'll be taking a look at the texturing workflow that you have to go through. Obviously the process begins on the 3D artist side, and to start off I'm going to use this chest model for this video. As you've seen in the video demonstrating this technology, you can unwrap everything here to fill up as much space in the square area as possible without having to worry about whether the artist will be able to paint on it at all. And I have all the various parts of the model unwrapped in such a manner, and they all use the same UV space, which will save us both memory and this space. Alright, so I also added a handle to this chest, and that's for the purpose of demonstrating how to deal with a situation where parts of your model are hidden by other parts, as this handle does to the front of the chest body. It's also a good idea to color distinct parts of the object to help the artist better find their way around the shots you'll make. So it's a good idea to use easily distinguishable colors that are as far away as possible from the color of the texture that the object will have. Alright, so before to begin, it's a good idea to add a standard skylight to the scene. So go to the Create panel and go to Lights, Standard, and here click Skylight. And not just place it anywhere you like in the scene. I like it to have it right above my model, but again, it does not matter at all where it is. Okay, now go to this viewport menu and make sure the shading is set to realistic. Okay, now you can see that this model's gotten a lot brighter. Okay, and now go again to this menu and go to lighting and shadows and make sure shadows are checked on. Now the model should be lit with a basic light, and this should help the artist get a better sense of depth and shape of the object. So the way the system is going to work is you'll set up shots, and you'll give each one a number and later a description. I will demonstrate how to set up a shot. So for a simple first example, let's start with the back of the chest. Select any of your viewports and press Alt-W to maximize it. Make sure that the viewport you selected has realistic checked on and also shadows. So now just go to the back view, and here make sure you have back selected. Now select the entire chest and press Z to frame the chest into view. Okay, now press P to enter back into perspective mode, and press Ctrl C to create a camera right where you're looking. Now already the camera that you just created is selected for you, so you can go to the Modify panel and you can see the properties of your camera. Now on the Modify panel, make sure orthographic projection is on. Now you can see that the view here changed, and now you can use the Dolly camera tool. You can use the Dolly camera tool to frame the model again. So something like this. Okay, so you should name the cameras after the shot number, so the number of the shot that you'll take. So for example, I will name this camera camera_shot_1. Alright, so you must not move the camera after you have taken a picture from it. So to make sure it stays static, press P to go back to perspective mode. As you can see, the camera is now there, and select both the camera and its target. Nothing else, just the camera and its target. And now you go to the hierarchy panel and you go to link info, and under the locks category, check each and every one of these. Alright, now what that does is you will not be able to move the camera, and even if you here go back to the camera here, you still won't be able to move it. Now the camera is secure, and this is very important because if after you've taken a shot you move this camera by just an inch, already the projection is going to be inaccurate and it's not going to be what the artist envisioned for the model when they painted the texture. So that was the simplest way of setting up a shot, but now let's go and do something more complicated, which is the front, which has this handle on here. And you're wondering, okay, so well, how do I get rid of this? The solution is obvious. You can just hide the handle. So go, whoops, yeah, that's a problem. Don't move it. You go to right click and click hide selection. So that's one way to do it. Or if you want to leave it in for the artist as reference without it getting in the way, you can select it again and press Alt X to make it transparent. Or if you want to have more control, or if you want to retain the color of the object or have more control over its opacity, then you can go ahead and apply a material to it. And here you can set its color, and here you can set its opacity. So something like this should be good. You can see it's there, but it's not really getting in the way. Once you took care of any objects that block parts of what you want to capture, the procedure is the same as before. So this time you select the front viewport, frame the model, and now just again press P and press Ctrl C to create a camera. Go to the modify panel, check orthographic projection, use the dolly camera tool to frame the model. Alright, and okay, now you can press B to go back to perspective mode. And now you can again select both the camera and the target and engage all the locks. And of course you should name the camera shot 2. Alright, so by now you should know how to set up the rest of the 6 views, so I'll see you when you've done that.